Hey there everyone, GuardianE here with another Brown Dust 2 video, and here we are on the summer event for this year, Midsummer Dream. It is going to be debuting a new summer variant of Wilhelmina, who made waves in the social media space with her skill animation, justifiably so. But she is going to have a summer version. They've dropped a whole bunch of stuff with this update that I haven't covered, and the update is about a week old. But I was kind of hoping that I would, through the course of daily polls, get a copy of Wilhelmina for free. That hasn't happened. So we are actually going to do a little splurging today, a little bit more on the banner itself. Let's head over there right now. Alright, so here we are, lots to celebrate because we do have the return of some lovely swimsuit ladies. So we do have Justia making an appearance again. She is a limited character, just to be aware. That is a rerun. We do have Teresa as well. Again, a limited character making a return. I have her at +5. This is, of course, the banner for Wilhelmina, the new version of her. And then we've, of course, got the lovely swimsuit Nebris, who is not going to be limited. So it is worth noting that the new Wilhelmina is not limited. So she is going to drop into the regular pool, just like Nebris here. But I want to get her. I want to get her sooner rather than later. She does come with a special, like, intimate bond story that you can explore in the cafe and everything. So again, it's definitely, there's incentive to get her earlier rather than later. And yeah, she looks fantastic. If you missed out on any of these other swimsuit girls, definitely a prime time to come back. And again, there's 1 week left to secure your copy of Wilhelmina as well. There's other stuff that I'm going to cover just like in terms of freebies, because along with the summer just celebration, they gave us a whole bunch of free stuff, including a wedding version of Eclipse that we're going to take a look at a little bit later. Oh boy. But yeah, let's start here with our polls for Wilhelmina and hope for the best. If we get her in the first multi, we're gonna stop. I'm just saying right now, it could be very uneventful, but if it is, I will take it and walk away. I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth, because once again, she is not limited. So you can get her over the course of just regular pulls in general. Doesn't look like it's gonna pan out here, at least for the first multi, so I'm gonna skip. And not a ton to write home about here. Okay. Next 10 draws. Again, we got a lot of free tickets as well as part of the celebration, which was very nice. Part of the live stream as well. Another thing that's worth talking about is the new premium cosmetics that they dropped. So they did drop a new kind of skin gacha system, which is a little controversial. I will say. I think it was met with a little bit of ire on the live stream, and I think, like, just in general, from the price point that they cited, which is like around $50 at worst. So if you lose RNG, then I think the new skin for, I think it's for Justia, we'll take a look, but I think it is effectively $50 if you lose all of the dice rolls. And I don't know what the probability is like. I don't know if it's like Nikke, where you're basically almost always going to have to go to the guarantee or not. I think it is a little bit better, because I think out of the gate, the percentage is better for the skin. How much better, I'm not entirely sure. I have not gotten it. I haven't explored it fully. But, oh man, what a terrible multi. These have not been good. Not good at all. But what I will say is that the skin is very robust. It features a lot of interactions, a lot of different scene changes, and manipulation and things like that, and interaction. So yeah, and it seems certainly, when we say premium, it is definitely premium. All right, we're going to skip this and back out because these have been awful. Come on, Wilhelmina. And so her, it's interesting because her swimsuit obviously has kind of like this front smock that is deceptively modest, but very clearly with the skill animation and the tap animation, you can tell that she is definitely has some scintillating gear on underneath. And I will say, I went through the story for the summer event. Very, very likable. It was a very cute story about, well, there are a couple angles, but more or less, Wilhelmina trying to get used to working with kids, and like she kind of has a stern expression. She's very stoic, as we know and love her to be, but that can intimidate the kids that she was taking out on a field trip, and so it was hijinks ensue, of course. And all sorts of stuff. So yeah, again, these have been awful. These have been absolutely terrible. We are guaranteed a 5-star on our next multi, but that's, I mean, yeah, that's been really bad. I gotta say, our our pulls in Brown Dust 2 lately, I want to say even for the past, you know, year almost, or half year, have been pretty bad. But let's see if Eleanor can bring it home for us here. This is number 8 along the path here. We just want one copy. We want one copy and walk away. I will take a look at her skills just to see kind of like what the how many copies you should really be going for kind of like effectiveness. You know, where's the SP cost? Where is the SP cost reduction or the cooldown reduction? Where do those lie? But really, I'm not super interested. It doesn't matter. I would pull for Wilhelmina no matter what, even if she was terrible. So let's see if we can score here. Oh, there we go. Very. Oh, look at her. Oh my god. A little preview of that tap animation, yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna take a look at the skill animations in this video. I've been kind of on thin ice lately. YouTube has been really aggressive on me, and so it's been a little bit difficult. But we're gonna take a look at the profiles at least. In fact, let's do that right now. Let's take a look at her while we can. So here we go. So Wave Breaker is her skill, right? Used SP cost 5. And then if we take a look at the preview, right, of the different... so at +5, let's go back to +1. So at no upgrade... Yeah, so at +1 she gets an SP cost reduction. So that's nice. And that is like kind of the break point, right? So the SP cost reduction is certainly, you know, pretty clutch. And hopefully we can get another copy in the course of our daily pulls. That's really what we're kind of hoping for. But yeah, that tap animation is spicy. Alright, so school belongs to the students. That's something I've kept in mind every single day since becoming headmaster. You can see her profile right here, what she likes, relaxing with a cocktail at the end of the term. Indifferent parents. Kids might not realize it now, but someday they'll understand nobody cares about them like Headmaster Wilhelmina does. Now, remember the kid who got taken to the headmaster's office for bullying? They say Headmaster Wilhelmina made him write the school anthem 100 times. Since then, he's stayed out of trouble. So she is a strict disciplinarian, as we would, again, come to expect and love from her. But she, you know, she looks incredible while doing it. So yeah, please punish me. Okay. Alright, there we go. We got our Wilhelmina. Like I said, you're spoiled for choice in terms of the swimsuit ladies going on right now. And I think there is going to be a second set, if I'm not mistaken. Because I think there's like a... the Raffi character, I think she's going to be getting a swimsuit version as well. That's like adorable. Again, I wanted to do these before this banner left. And let's go ahead and take a look at some of the other stuff that dropped with the event. Alright, so like I said, something that is worth noting, we do of course get our free tickets for pulling Wilhelmina here. Very nice, little rebate. So as I had mentioned, there is a new version of Eclipse, right here, Wedding Eclipse. This is a character that was voted on by the community, and she won, and then she is getting this variant for free for everybody, and everybody can get her at +5. So, if you are interested in acquiring Eclipse, I would... you know, log in or create an account, do what you need to, and get her, because this is when you can acquire her. Now, a bunch of the other kind of welfare free units that they dropped over the course of different celebrations actually have made a return, and I think they've made them permanent. So if we just go back here, you have this version of Rue here that you can get, obviously this version of Dalvi, the swimsuit Dalvi, as well as the Bunny Morpia. All of them are back from the different celebration events. So again, the half anniversary, the first anniversary, and the 1.5 anniversary, and now the second anniversary. All of these 4 characters are available. So if you missed out on any of them, this is the time to jump in, grab your copies, +5 of them. I already have all of them at +5, so I'm just going to be getting, I guess, like, what are these? Some golden threads. Oh, golden threads are nice. Golden threads are nice to have. So even if you did already get them, acquiring some golden threads is, you know, it's okay. It's alright. It's an okay consolation. You don't even have to clear certain story stages or anything. It looks like you just have to rank her up and level her in order to get all 5 copies. So that's really easy. And I think even for a new player, that should be a very doable prospect. So let's go ahead and acquire our copy of Eclipse. Oh boy. Again, very spicy animations with her as well. And then, because I forgot, these aren't characters, they're costumes. So my original Eclipse is already very high level. So I'm already going to get all of these +5s. So get her up to that +5. Much obliged. And we'll check out her, we'll check out some of her skill animation. And here we have Bride Eclipse at +5, of course, for free with the animation with the beacon and the ring tucked safely away, nestled in that heavenly spot. So we've got Honeymoon Getaway is going to be her skill, and you can see, of course, everybody gets her at +5, so you don't really have to worry about kind of the cutoff points for leveling up, but yeah, get her at +5. Why not, right? Even if I wake up and it turns out to be just a dream here and now, I'm your one and only bride. Let's see, top model for Stein Wedding Magazine. Browsing the web for wedding dress design. She loves romantic proposals. She really dislikes gifts from obsessive fans. Cherishes the wedding ring for when Mr. Right comes along. I've done tons of wedding shoots, but there's just something different about Eclipse. Maybe it's her acting skills that make everything feel more real. I even dreamed I was marrying her after our shoot. The Eclipse is in front of the camera. When Eclipse is in front of the camera for a wedding shoot, she brings a totally different energy. She's usually all smiles during makeup, but this time she seemed a bit preoccupied. Think she might still be hung up on an old love. So yeah, and I don't doubt that her voice lines are going to be shiver-inducing, no doubt. Yeah, yeah. I will check out the skill animations again. I think I'm probably gonna have to have some like safety blockage for these, but just to take a quick look at both Eclipse and the Wilhelmina here. So here is the Eclipse animation, as you can see, just slipping off the delicates, and that lick is incredible. Okay, so that is that is Eclipse. All right, and then if we move on over to Wilhelmina here, you get that very convenient and very appreciated breeze, and then the bubbles. Oh my goodness. All right, so over here in the Lucky Draw, this is where you get the prestige skin for Justia. So Justia here, prestige skins are items that can change the appearance of costumes when equipped. Battle performance and skills remain unchanged. So again, it's just cosmetic, but again, there are a ton of live 2D animations and interactions similar to what you would expect from a live an Azure Lane Live 2D, right? And it's got a lot of like diversity in terms of like different, I think, poses and also different scene changes and things like that. So it is premium in the highest sense. It is a prestige skin. But it is going to be an actual gacha. So you're going to have to basically spin the wheel to try to get her. If we take a look at the probability here, so at the outset, the probability is 3% on base. And if we take a look at the purchase draw tickets here, so Lucky Draw Package, and you'll get 2 draw tickets for $8. All right, so at a base, at worst case scenario, there's 14 items available in the slot machine. Again, I don't know if the probability goes up each pull. It probably does, because it has a base as well as a current. So I'm assuming that with each pull, it actually goes up. And I don't know if it goes up proportionally, or if it just goes up because you end up grabbing some of the lesser, desired items. I'm not entirely sure. And to be fair, some of the lesser desired items are pretty nice. I mean, it's basically the high rarity exclusive selector draw ticket and then regular draw ticket. So they're nice. But again, 14 items at $8. So then 14 at $8 gives you 2 tickets, so 2 pulls, right? And then that would mean that it would be, you would cut the 14 in half then for 2 tickets. Yeah, so then it'd be about $56, right? $56 US total if you had to go all the way to the end. The bitter defeat had to go all the way. So yeah, it is on the steeper end, especially considering, I think, in contrast to the rest of the game and how just, I think, free-to-play friendly and how you can basically do everything in the game without, like, spending a cent. But prestige skins are just cosmetics, right? And they're just enjoyable fan service. At the end of the day, the game's got to make money. Could they have kind of, slowly stepped up the incentivization for monetization? Yeah, probably. But I think also, just based on what we've seen in terms of what the skin offers and how interactive and how high quality it is. But at the end of the day, they've got to make money somehow, and they're certainly not making money through polls and currency and like daily stuff. That's just You know, people that are buying those things are just buying them to support the game. No player actually needs those because you just get so much free stuff in the game. So really, you know, if they're going to rely on cosmetics, then they got to go hard. And if they're going to go hard and go all out, then they're going to provide like a really, really high quality skin like this, which frankly I am tempted to see. Like, you know, I'm tempted to go in for just because there's nothing else I would ever spend for in this game, and so if that means that I can, you know, throw a little cash their way and I get to enjoy this skin, then, you know, I don't know if I'm necessarily opposed to it. But yeah, let me know what you think about the event so far, how your polls have gone for Wilhelmina or any of the returning lovely ladies, if you've managed to acquire all of your free copies of the free anniversary characters that have come back, and just in general, you know, how you're feeling about the temperature within Brown Dust 2. Hopefully you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider leaving a like, commenting down below, and subscribing to the channel for more Brown Dust 2 content. We thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, let's keep on grinding.